they've been predicting divorce at a scary high rate. That's data. I know that's spooky. I get it. But that's the kind of data that's out there. And that's the kind of data that can be used for good, it can be used for bad. But the fact of the matter is, in the context of this room, that's the kind of data that you can build a business around. That's the kind of data that can make you dramatically more efficient in your shopping. How many people here have run Facebook ads? Raise your hand. Of those people, how are they going? How many people like the Facebook ads they've been running? Raise your hand. How many dislike the Facebook ads they've been running? Okay, so it looks like 30 like, 70% didn't like. We've been running them for a lot of clients. I've been running them for wine library stuff. Facebook ads are so much better than Google, it's not even funny. Here's the problem. And I know I see shaking heads and I love it. Here's why though. It just takes some time to really mine it down. Here's why. If somebody says they're a Cabernet Sauvignon fan on Facebook, that they like Cabernet Sauvignon, they're completely qualified to lend itself to me looking for them to sell them Cab Sauv. If somebody searches some Cabernet Sauvignon on Google, I have no feel for their context. They might be cooking with it. Now listen, I'm a very big fan of Google ads as well. I don't think there's any reason not to, but the viral loop nature of what you can do if you understand what you're doing with Facebook ads, which is taking that ad and figuring out exactly what they care about, having all sorts of data, age, income level, interests, and then sending them something within Facebook, and then triggering the ability for them to tell all their friends and continue that process is scary. It's hard. I hated it for a while. Now I like it because you get there and you figure it out. And so it's not one or the other, but I'll tell you right now, the power of the data that Facebook has in comparison is staggering. And then what I get really fascinated about is what's going to happen with search. I actually think Facebook has a substantial chance of becoming a major search player. Here's why. Many more of my friends and my circle would much rather know my wine prediction than somebody who decided to know how to use SEO. And that's going to become a very, very fascinating thing. The reason things like Yelp do well and things of that nature is the context. And when Yelp becomes your inner circle, as this gets really graphed, think about how life really works. Are you going to listen to somebody that's a stranger, or are you going to listen to your aunt or your best friend? It becomes very powerful, and the context of these relationships are coming as they continue to go into this direction that we're living in, where we're living more and more of our lives online and sharing more and more data with the people we care about, and the impact on our business is quite substantial.
Gary, yeah. You talked about Twitter, and you're investing in Twitter, and several people raised their hand that they didn't get it, and I bet a lot of people here are not on Twitter. Where do you think Twitter's headed in contrast, if there is a contrast to Facebook, and are they headed in a totally different direction than where they are now?
Yeah, so here's my point on this. Remember, it's 15 years in, right? When the first industrial revolution was brewing, right? Somebody won the railroad game, right? Somebody won the electricity game. You know, the core needs. There was a water company, they won. I mean, somebody wins. I really do believe in my heart that Facebook, for sure, and every day, more and more, I become more bullish on what Twitter's accomplishing. I believe those two companies right now have a substantial opportunity to be the plumbing of the internet communication world. And if they can pull that off, you're talking about a very, so Facebook, I think, is in a staggeringly bigger place than where Twitter is right now. That being said, Twitter's power is in communication, and it hit me hard a couple months ago when I was meeting with some really smart developers, top people that left Google and Facebook, and they said to me, it's funny, they got to a point, 3 different companies said this while I was angel investing, top people, creme de la creme. It's funny, I don't feel that this was the quote, it's funny, I don't feel that I can launch this app without integrating Twitter's API. Because let's not forget, this is back to my small town rules. Why did the bakers, why is there a baker's dozen? Because the baker gave a crap, he gave you the 13th one, because, it was part of the community, and he wanted you to come back and tell your friends. Let's all go to Whole Foods right now and buy 13 donuts. Who's betting on them charging us for 12? And so, these small town rules, and this small ecosystem, it works on a very important currency, your social currency. Word of mouth is massively important. Anybody that's ever marketed or built a business in any way, we all know whether you're B2B or B2C right now or what have you, word of mouth is massively imperative. Word of mouth is on steroids right now. The biggest yenta on the Upper East Side 10 years ago could have told 30 people about her situation at a restaurant or a movie or a book she read. Now, the most awkward introvert that lives in his mom's basement in North Dakota can tell 2,000. That's a shift. I'm watching people in Manhattan in line 2 weeks ago on a Friday night, in line, tweeting and Facebooking to ask which movie they should buy tickets for. They literally, 4 minutes before they got to the window, decided what movie they were going to watch based on what their friends and their social graph saw and recommended them. There's substantial financial impact of that culture shift. It's not Cisco and fucking Ebert sitting up there telling you to watch anymore. It's Aunt Sue and Tom and so much men online. And that is very important, out of the control of the brands, and at a very different financial and really huge economic impact. Raise your hands. Hey man, what's your name?
You might know this now, correct me if I'm mixing numbers, but I was reading a report that said the radio took about 60 years to hit 50 million users, the TV took, I don't know, right, 40 years, the internet took 15, and Facebook took 2. Right, so, I don't know, what I'm looking at Facebook is going to take 8 weeks, right, and it's going to hit 50 million users.
Yeah.
And so the question is, it seems more like, well, on one hand, the power of Facebook is undeniable. The other one seems like you have to develop your own brand. Because trusting these things is too dangerous because you don't know what's going to be there or not be there.
Totally agree. How many people in this room are scared to really invest because their thought process is, well, there was Facebook and Friendster and other shit before, and if I go invest and then the next thing happens, I got to start all over. Raise your hand. How many people have that feeling? I'm surprised it's not, yeah, that's where you're coming from with that, right? Here's my analogy for that, and I think people are holding back on this one because statistically, a lot of people believe that. If you went on a vacation to St. Bart's, right? And you're staying at a resort, and you go to the same, bench to read and get some sun for a whole week, and there's a nice guy next to you, and you guys got started talking, right? But the fact of the matter is this. If you got really friendly over the course of the week and you ended up, living close together, maybe not close together, what have you, the ability, for you to keep that relationship in the past, if you're a social creature by extending phone numbers, was very high, right? Your ability to do that now is very easy, right? I went to college 11 years earlier than my brother. I lost 80% of my relationships from high school because people changed phone numbers, cell phones came out, a ton of stuff. Plus, I worked every hour, didn't talk to anybody, was a hermit. But my brother lost none because of AOL, Instant Messenger, and other things, right? My point is this, that relationship that you make on vacation doesn't die in St. Bart's. You can bring it somewhere else. If tomorrow Facebook and Twitter are gone, I can still reach my fan base and we can all go hang out in jamoga.org. Do you know what I mean? And so, too many people get caught up in the platform. I'll be very honest with you. People still stood outside, looked at the sky, smoke signals. I'd be the first fucker on this building doing this right now. It is never the platform. It is always the message and the context. And people get caught up in that. I mean, I'll be very honest with you. The texting phenomenon, I've been watching for a while, that's what I'm trying to figure out how to get up in there, right? Like, how do you get in there? Like, I want to get in between people texting, because that's where the eyeballs are, So, that's my point. I don't think there's any fear to build a huge base on Facebook, because obviously when horsehead.com becomes the new place where everybody hangs out, it's going to be easy to have that really, oh, there you are, John.
Do you think that Facebook and Twitter are good places to market to sort of the late 40s, early 60s crowd? And also, what do you think of LinkedIn?
Yes, the question is, do I think Facebook and Twitter are good to market to the late 40s to early 60s crowd, and what do I think about LinkedIn? So LinkedIn is less social, right, than the other platforms, which is its benefit. I think a lot of people who are less high high on Facebook and Twitter in a certain demo are much more bullish on LinkedIn because it gets to the point, right? You find the point you need, you find the contact, you're doing business. The context of it is much more like a business networking zone than maybe a cocktail party at the PTA, right?